Hey folks, this is Decoherent, and welcome to a new Rimworld colony. So let me just dump kind of the short version of my headcanon for this colony here. So we have ended up landing in a tar pit biome. We're going to be refining that into oil, which we can then use to power our robots, apparently, and then obviously robots have lasers. And now that you've had a moment to let the gears slip slightly in our brains, let's take a slightly closer look. So first off, we're going to be setting up shop in a tar pit biome. These are from the Alpha Biomes mod. As you might guess, this is a pretty sticky situation here. Much of the map is covered with tar, which is entirely impassable, or tar dirt, which is extremely sticky and very to move across, so this should add some interesting environmental challenges. Also, it contains a nice wide color palette, so those of you who are still dreaming in red and purple can now rejoice. Second of all, we're going to be using the Rimefeller mod for this run. Long-term viewers will remember this from a couple years ago, but if you're not familiar with it, it lets you utilize, well, oil and lots of oil derivatives, all the way from drilling wells down to making very sophisticated products, although I mostly used it to make plastic lawn chairs. It was pretty fun at the time, and I am looking forward to seeing the improvements since then. Now, robots. Lots of people ask about robots. Although it would be interesting to do an all-robot colony, and there's actually a biome in Alpha Biomes that's basically tailor-made for that. I do want to take advantage of the psi powers that were added in the royalty expansion, especially now that they've recently undergone some interesting revisions. So we'll be using the Android Tiers mod to build new friends, but we are still going to need a collection of meat-based colonists, so sorry. And since we have robots, we also need lasers because, reasons. I'm going to be using the Vanilla Weapons Expanded laser mod. This seems to be a balanced way to add some guns to the game with a little extra pew-pew without going entirely crazy into the Rimsenal packs, which, by the way, are really fun. They've got some advantages and disadvantages compared to the vanilla versions. I think they look more like a side grade as opposed to being the endgame weapons. However, if they turn out not to have enough excitement, I can always add more mods later to address that. So, the psi powers, if you aren't following the patch notes, they've recently undergone a pretty big overhaul that was aimed at two things. So first of all, they're no longer exclusive to the Empire, which is great, and their resource has now kind of been flipped around. So what I mean by that is when you use a psi cast, this uses up a finite pool of psi focus, which you need to generate ahead of time, so this is more like a mana pool system. So during casting, you do generate something called neural heat, which dissipates pretty quickly, but if you spam one of the buttons in the middle of combat, you will indeed cook your brain, and that is less than ideal. So your colonists regain this psi focus via meditation, and how they prefer to do so depends on their backstory. There's options like dignified, morbid, artistic, minimal, and natural. The natural one is the most interesting one to me, because natural-based psi-casters will use a unique tree on the map. This is called an anima tree, and meditating there will cause anima grass to grow around it. Once enough grass is accumulated, this will actually allow my psi-casters to gain extra levels. This sounds really interesting to me, so I made sure that I've got a colonist who's already got the correct backstory to go down that route, and we'll see them in just a few moments here. So besides these headliner mods, I've got my usual long list of quality of life stuff. It isn't really worth going through. These tend to be about the same between colonies. You'll recognize most of this stuff as we play. The mod list is available in the description below. There's both a Steam mod list and there's also a link to an XML file for use by Mod Manager if you would rather use that instead. Alright, and so with all that said, let's go ahead and let's get started. So, new colony, this doesn't matter. Once again, the difficulty levels have been renamed. Like, this is starting to reach, like, Serious Sam or Duke Nukem territory. This is like when you're trying to buy a drink, right? And they've got large, like, extra venti, large, like, turbo mega, and then American. Like, you have 4 sizes of drink. Just call them small, medium, large, and American, and we can all move on with our lives. Anyway, I guess we're doing losing is fun, so, okay. And let's go ahead and let's get a decent chunk of planet here. Alright, and so we need to find this stuff. It is a slightly lighter, here we go, tar pits. So this is what the tar pits look like. They're always flat, arid but rich in animal and vegetable life, apparently, hopefully, so that should be fine. Let's use the slightly larger size. I like using the larger medium size, the 275, because it gives you a lot of space, but it's not so wide that like your pawns fall asleep while they're walking from point A to point B, so that's kind of nice. So for colonists, I've got a preset I already set up here. So we've got 3 different colonists that are kind of set up here. So the first one here is the one that I set up to use the natural focus. So there are only a couple of childhood backstories you can have that unlocks the natural meditation focus, and I'm actually not sure if you can access those unless you actually do a tribal start. Since I'm using Prepare Carefully, I can just kind of select whatever I want. So my canon here is that Virgo like crash landed, as an infant, and then has spent the rest of his life drifting across the world, trying to figure out where he came from and maybe find some hints to his past. I don't know, something very mysterious like that. So Fast Walker and Night Owl makes sense with that. We've also got Barry and we've got Glow. I try to have people that have at least a couple useful skills and aren't like completely worthless. No pyromaniacs at the beginning, and I try not to make anyone overpowered. I mean, you know, we'll deal with that a little bit later. For equipment, this is the standard stuff, except that I went through and I picked my animal. I want a griffin. So last time we saw like 9 griffins and I never had the chance to tame one, so this time we're getting a griffin. But I think that's it. No other relationships, no other equipment. I think we can just go ahead and get started. Let's do this. Alright. And welcome to the world. So, pop out of your capsules. Alright, so this is going to be fun. So here's the different ground types here. So you've got tar pits. This is completely impassable. We've got the tarred mud, which you can see is 12% walk speed. That's not great. We've got the parched mud. This is the good stuff at 30% walk speed. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty exciting. At least you can grow things. Okay, so there's some grass and stuff up here. So we do have some nice lush grass. This stuff is pretty cool. We've got a sugar framewort, huh? What are you? Grows in areas with high concentration of pollinating insects. Generates a sweet nectar that attracts those insects. They disperse its pollen when fed upon. Huh. Well, that's cool. I don't think I've seen that before. And then we've got, what, various raven nettles. Oh, hi! A tar guzzler. This menacing-looking beast might seem to be a truly an alien creature, but it's actually an artificially created creature as a living waste disposal. It creeps along the parched mud with 6 strong tentacles, avidly searching for its favorite food, puddles of viscous tar. Alright. These look a lot like the Deep Young out of the Lovecraft mod, so I'm glad to see that they are not. And then we've got ostriches and all kinds of stuff. Alright, so let's kind of take a look here. This is interesting. If we set up in the center, like I tend to do, this whole area of the map is going to be really, really difficult to get to. I think that we could probably tunnel under here, but I have no idea if I can use, like, a moisture pump or something to kind of connect this. We may not be able to, so we may just always have to go around when we need to access that area. That's kind of cool. I like that quite a bit. We've got, bumble drones over here. Yep, they've got a hive. All good things like that. So let's set up kind of right here in the middle. I mean, all places are bad, so we'll just pick one of the least bad ones. Let's go ahead and let's unforbid everything. And specifically, it looks like we've got some ruins here. There's no reason not to just kind of take over these. Why do you have all these tables? This is stupid. Okay, well, whatever. We'll go ahead and we'll use part of that directly. Actually, the first night, you know what? Here, let's sleep over here. This will be good. Come sleep in here, and then we will have a nice place to rest. And we'll go ahead and we'll put a steel door in. Like so, and then I'll put some sleeping spots in. This is furniture. Everybody loves sleeping on the ground. 2, 3, and let's go ahead and let's add a roof. Isn't this exciting? You have hours and hours to look forward to. Oh yeah, I didn't set some of these things here. So, visibility of roofs. I do not want auto home. Yeah, see, that does that on purpose. I don't like that. I like managing my home zone on my own. Oh yeah, a couple other things we can take a look at. So this is the terrain mod. So this is stuff that will only support lightweight structures with bridges, and then red is just no. So that's kind of helpful to see. And the fertility mod, most of this stuff is okay. And then it looks like whereas the grass is actually pretty highly fertile stuff, so that's good. Oh, do we have a tree? Do we have an anima tree? Supposedly they glow. I saw one once, and then never went back to look for him again. Oh, hello, what are you? You're little and blue. A crystal mite. You feed on minerals. Oh, that's cool, you're silicon-based. Oh, neat, okay, and you eat rocks, I don't like that. So, aha, here we go. Anima tree, wow, that's really in a bad spot. Okay. Well, anyway, so this is a rare tree with warm, skin-smooth bark and long, iridescent leaves. Infused with bioluminescent microorganisms, anima trees develop a unique form of psychic symbiosis with surrounding life forms, allowing them to grow in a wide variety of biomes. If a person meditates near an anima tree, it'll grow anima grass around its base. Once enough grass is grown, it becomes possible to carry out a psychic linking ritual with the tree and upgrade the person's psychic powers. Only tribal people know the secret of this. They're also able to draw psi-focus from anima trees while meditating to them. Cool. And these can't be near any artificial structures, so that's pretty cool. This is a really, really bad spot for it. That's really bad. We may, depending on how this turns out, move it over with dev mode, but we'll think about that. We'll kind of see how that goes later. So yeah, okay, so let's take a look at our work priorities here. The usual, everyone gets to firefight because it's good for you. We've got 1 doctor, bed rest, hall plus. This is out of allow everything, which you just have to have. All right, so research is going to be berry. Obviously growing and plant cutting. Looks like you're our cook too at 5. Okay, that's fine. And handle, and construct, and craft, and clean, and then haul. Something like that, I suppose. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Alright, so who gets what guns? So you've got shooting a 3, 4, and then 3.67. So why don't you go ahead and grab the bolt-action rifle, why don't you go ahead and grab the revolver, and why don't you go ahead and grab the plasteel knife. And then I assume you can deal with the rest of your stuff on your own. So, let's go ahead and let's start getting the stuff accumulated. We want to get all the food inside before everything causes problems. Oh yeah, hunting. I'll just turn that off. It's okay. Thank you for getting the roof made. Because we do need this stuff inside sooner rather than later. Oh, you need recreation variety. Boo-hoo. I'm so sad for you. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's keep closing this stuff off. It's nice that we've got some wood, but I don't think that's going to last. So let's go ahead and let's keep deconstructing things. We shouldn't need sarcophagi, hopefully. I'll keep the stalls just because it's kind of cool. This is neat landing near this stuff. I don't think I've ever had this happen before. This is cool. You know, I don't need 4 tables. Let's go ahead and let's deconstruct those. This is fun taking things apart. And let's go ahead then and we can use probably steel to close in most of the walls. We'll just do it like this so I can just do it directly. Here, we'll claim and reinstall it right next to the monster. Sure. And then go ahead and build a roof over all this. And this will be our initial indoors area. Oh, this is cool. I've never gotten to use stuff like this. This is going to be fun. Okay, so go ahead and do that. As fast as you can, please. Yes, I know how much you guys love, you know, building things. Actually, let's kick some more constructing up. Let's have Glow do some as well. Just because I want to get everything inside. Yeah, as you're building the roof, can you actually come make this? Because I need to move our food inside here. Let's go ahead and let's make a storage zone. Something is making a weird noise and I'm not real happy about that. Food, critical priority. Alright, I want that inside because I do not want things wandering around and eating our packaged survival meals. So if you can go ahead and do that, I would greatly appreciate it. How are we going to get these things out? Oh no, you stupid things. This is going to be such a hassle. Look how slow everybody's moving. Ugh. Okay, well, let's see if maybe one or more of the monsters decides to go outside. Otherwise, we're just going to have to, like, block them in, and it's going to suck. Get out of here, monsters. Look at them all. Oh, they're opening and closing doors. Oh, isn't that hilarious? Alright, well, we'll kill you all later. There will be plenty of time for the murder. And then I just want kind of a stockpile zone in here, just for kind of everything. Wild animals shouldn't be able to open and close doors. Alright, well, whatever. Please feel free to build this wall. We're not out of steel already, are we? Wait, I didn't mean to do that. Build that wall again. Sorry. Because actually, at the moment, there's only a monster inside, and it would be really great if you could fix that before... Oh, it's just a rabbit. Yes! No monsters. Fantastic. Alright, I think we are at a good start here. Look at all the stuff we have. This is cool. Recreation variety. Alright, so, let's do a little bit of planning here. Wow, this is so interesting that we've got all this weird stuff going on. This counts as a tomb. Alright, let's make it not a tomb. So, how do we want to do this? I honestly don't know. And as if by magic, a plan appears. Isn't this pretty? You can do this with the one planning mod. Look at all these different colors I can put things. It's great. It really helps me keep track of things. So there's an awful lot of limestone available to us, both in floors. There's another structure over here that we can take apart that's got some other stuff. These are so cool. I'm going to take these. Oh, hello, kitty. Oh, a cougar. Okay, hi. Oh, there's all kinds of neat things I didn't even see. Okay, anyway, but we're going to use a lot of limestone. I am actually going to build a separate exterior from this steel one. The reason being the doors are in the wrong place. I don't want to build walls out of steel, stuff like that. We will go ahead and we will put our first power in here. We can put in our wind generator, which will take up all that space. It's mildly irritating that there's actually not room to put in 2 of them, because 2 wide would actually end up over here, and we don't have enough wood to make walls, or to make, you know what I mean, the bridges to put in walls, so we'll put 1 here and then we'll call that good enough. At the moment, obviously, we can't do that anyway. We'll put our main entrance here, have some traps and sandbags and corners and stuff like that, and then we'll just start subdividing these walls up and stuff as we go. I think this will be funny. You're like a cool black bunny. Look at you. Aren't you adorable? Yes, you are. You're probably covered in tar. You know, I didn't actually need this little room because they got this stuff built fast enough. Well, oh well. That's okay. And let's see here. Yep, you can do that. Let's force some recreation in the evenings. I know we don't have any recreation variety right now. We can go ahead and we can make a horseshoe pin out of steel. Yes, and we'll put that here. Then we got to get some growing zones going too. This stuff is not great at only 70%, but it is something, so it does need to get started. And I'll probably put a door here too, just to keep like random animals out of our crops. I hate that. Drives me crazy. So, yes, go ahead. Do all these things that I said. At some point, please. I would greatly appreciate it. Not very nice out either. Oh, this is going to take absolutely forever. Do you see how slow they're moving? This is so sad. You guys didn't even put on any of this good stuff. Where are you? You're right here. Why don't you put on a flak vest? And actually put this on your head too. That'll be good for you. As my sidecaster, it's fairly important that you not die immediately, so we'll try to avoid that. I'm not even going to set trying to train our manticore here yet, not for a while. Okay, this is looking better. 30% walk speed. We are never going to get any of this stuff brought in. I better set some of this to haul urgently or else it's just never going to make it. Just never. It looks like we got 41 meals, so most of those are inside, so that's good at least. Oh, man. Okay. Well. Do I have someone that wants to start growing right away? We could get, you know, some food. Actually, we can't because we don't even have the flooring up yet. Oh my god. Okay. I'm seriously considering confining my worker, finding Virgo, at the moment, to the home zone. Stay here. Build things. I have the right person, right? Yes. Stay here and build things. We have lots to do. So much to do. We need, like, walls. We need to get some plants in. Good, you've got the horseshoes. Excellent, excellent. We might even consider making some beds. You know what? Let's do that. Let's go completely off the rails here and let's start by making some beds. Isn't this crazy? I mean, they're all going to be in the same room, but at least you'll have them, and that's kind of nice, right? We've got a table, we could have some chairs, or, well, you can have some stools. How about that? Because they're cheap and easy. There we go. Make them as fast as you can. I command it. Alright, rise and shine. Now, in all seriousness, people, you really need to get these floors taken up so that I can go ahead and start getting some crops in. So please do that right away. I really need you to do that. I know it makes walking around even worse, and it's already pretty bad. But we've got to have our growing zones up and running. Is there no way you can deconstruct things any faster? Okay, apparently not. So, okay. Let's build another door over here, just to make things a little faster for you. What is squeaking anyway? It's adorable, whatever it is, but I do wish it would stop. Dude, buddy. Come on. Hurry up. Everything's already going to take until time stops, so... Okay, now you're repairing. Okay, that's nice. Anyway, you want to take out these floors so we can plant some crops and not die? Because that'd be pretty keen. I'm just saying. This is my fault for claiming everything. Yes, that is true. Okay, dude. Okay, Get rid of these floors. I have to get some plants in here, or we are going to die. Quickly, probably. Actually, I mean, there's wildlife and stuff around, so we might not die right away, but we would die fairly quickly. All right, and now we've got enough limestone. I can go ahead and I can start actually building some walls here too. So let's get that going. Limestone, we'll just do it like this. Most of this is actually, it's actually going to be very close to this. We can just put a steel door there, that's fine. And let's make sure this stays unroofed, because I don't want it to be roofed as such. And now we can throw in some growing zones. Let's start out with just some potatoes right away, just so we've got something working, and then we'll get the hero root going as soon as we can here. Going for a walk. We have a visitor. Hi, visitor. Here, you guys don't need to sleep in these anymore. Don't sleep in there anymore. We've got beds and tables and everything. Now we could actually trade with you. Virgo, you're right here. Why don't you trade with them? Anything we care about? Nope, thanks. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, and I should set up an animal area too here. So, let's manage our areas. Area 1, this should be animals. Yep. And let's go ahead and let's expand this. To there. Manage this. Invert it. And you go into animals. I don't want you eating our crops. Mind you, I don't want you eating our packaged survival meals either. Actually, you know what? Actually, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. Thank you. Let's do that. Let's make sure our meals are in here too. Expand this zone. Delete the zone. Haul these urgently. Okay, good. Well, okay, maybe I shouldn't have sent someone over to do that, but whatever. Here, reinstall this right there. It's cool looking. It's just ever so slightly in the way. And get our walls up pretty, please. We need to get some power. We need to get some research. This doesn't need to be taken apart. We can just kind of ignore that now. A mad iguana. Alright. This is our first challenge, huh? Well, let's see if we can survive the attack of a mad iguana. Oh, there's plasteel available right there. Cool. Yeah, it's got kind of a ways to go. Hey, you're doing good over here. This is slowly getting taken care of. We'll just keep track of that iguana before it gets here and annihilates us, I assume. Probably. Aha! Here's the iguana. I knew it would reach us eventually. And so the time has come. For our throwdown versus the iguana. Oh man. This walking, I tell ya. Virgo, you're probably gonna have to help. Please don't die to the iguana. Barry, please don't kill your friend. Come on, kill it. Nicely done, both of you. And I have nothing to do with an iguana, so we'll just leave it there. Just whatever. Do whatever you want. Getting closer. This doesn't need to be taken up, because now there's a wall there. Oh, once we have this area boxed in, then things will suddenly take a turn for the better. That's really kind of what I'm doing here, is once this is boxed in, then I'll start making rooms, I'll get our research going. Warm clothes, yeah, that's not an issue at the moment. Dying is our issue at the moment. Oh, right, and as you guys are wandering across the world, there are bumble drone-like hives. Didn't we see one? That we should not go near. Here. Bumble drone hive. Okay. And we've got, yeah, bumble drones. Not great. Wasps. Yeah. They're not carnivorous. Yeah, okay, great. Well, they get really big. Queens? Was that a Hierophant? Great. Alright, alright, alright. New zone time. So, animals, you are not to come anywhere near this area. Just stay away from them. There's no reason for us to be going up there. So just don't go anywhere near there. Humans. Let's fix our areas as well. Need a new area. We're just going to call this normal. Yep. We're going to invert it. And then we're going to clear a chunk of that around here as well. The last thing I need is for all of our colonists to die to bugs. Well, ever. There. So just do that. And then you two should be assigned to normal. Okay. That should be fine. Alright, we've almost got the walls built up here, and then we can finally start getting some food going. Go ahead and get that door built, please. And now, our food is safe. Hooray! So let's go ahead and let's make some of the minimal possible bedrooms. let's move this outside. Since we've got these, like, tons of these, let's go and let's take this one apart. And then what's the minimum size I can get here? I need to put this there. We have so much steel, we can just keep using steel. Which is kind of nice. You're gonna hate these bedrooms, but I do not care. Well, I mean, I care, just not, I don't care. Here, move your own bed. Thank you. And there we go. The tiniest of all possible bedrooms. You're welcome. It's better than nothing. Alright, so it looks like we can let Virgo go here in just a few moments. Kind of ran out of limestone. That sort of surprises me. Alright, so you now can go ahead and be a normal, and this is going to be set to, I need a new policy, new restriction policy, which we will also confusingly call normal. There we go. And I'll set some stuff up for animals and stuff when bad things start happening to us. An ostrich self-tamed. Seriously? Okay. Sure. We will deal with you in the future if I suddenly feel the need for an ostrich. It's possible. It's extremely unlikely, but it's possible. Oh, you know what? I gotta put something outside or else raiders won't go to the right place. Actually, you know what I should do? Is reinstall these, like, over here. And that way when I wall this in, that'll be this really fancy area. Yeah, go ahead and put those in here. They're aimed in different directions and there's nothing I can do about that, so don't complain at me. I just work here. I don't even do a very good job most of the time. Yeah, just make walls or whatever. Is this just like a regular ostrich that somehow got inside our base? Okay, fine, I guess we'll kill it. Here, can someone just come kill this ostrich? Okay, and we'll go ahead and drafted hunt, which is always fun. I may need Virgo out here just to save the day. Unlikely but possible. Whoa, hold on, did that thing just open and close the doors? Since when can you do that? Well, that's gonna make my life a lot more difficult. Well, crap. Alright. Hopefully that doesn't keep happening. Awful bedroom. Yeah, slept in the heat, slept in the cold, blah blah blah. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Alright, what else do we have to deconstruct? Yeah, just all this stuff over here, which is going to take forever to get at. Look at this. A tar hole, huh? That's so cool. Oh, I love our tar hole. I love everything about it. Maybe I should actually just use steel for the rest of this. Let's take the roof off of here. We can take this apart. We can just build some steel walls. That would save us a lot of trouble, and I can replace it bit by bit as time goes on. But yeah, that's probably the way to do it. And here's our first raid. Dun dun dun. And you are rocking a club. With an old gunshot. Are you any good? Chemical interest. Tortured artist. Dumb labor. Yeah, you're probably going to be left to die. Actually, it's not going to matter, because you just came in near the bees. Are the bees going to come kill you? Oh, yeah. Well, that was brutal. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We're going to not go anywhere near those things. Not for any reason whatsoever. Here, someone just go finish that off. Here, now that I've got some walls up, I'm using steel, obviously. Let's go ahead and let's get our power in. Need to get our wind turbine in. Oh, I actually put it in kind of a weird spot. Okay, we'll go here. And then we'll run some power inside and we'll get lights and refrigerators and all kinds of stuff. It's going to be so cool. You'll see. You're going to love it. I hope. Probably. It's going to take forever to replace all these steel walls. Let's go ahead and let's make a kitchen. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make a kitchen. Alright, all foods go in there. Critical priority. Good enough. Need warm clothes, defenses, structures. Yeah. I'm working on it. Some research would be nice too. I'm working on it. We're getting closer. And the steel and stuff should probably be outdoors. Just because otherwise that's dumb. Oh, and corpses. This should have animal corpses that are not rotten. Corpses, animals, allow rotten, no. Okay, good. There we go. Alright, we have some power up, although it's not connected. This is a great mod that tells you whether or not you have a disconnected generator, as you can tell. Let's go ahead and let's get, we got an electric stove stuck in here. I don't want to run out of components. I've only got 28. But I think this will be okay. And we can go ahead and we can throw an over-the-wall cooler in as such. And now we can go ahead and we can run some power over. Then we'll have electricity when the wind is blowing. And you know what else we can do? Do I have wall lights? I can't remember if I installed that this time. I like it quite a bit. Furniture? Yes. Wall lights. We'll put a light right there. You know what? We'll put another light right there. This is real solid. Alright, now we just got to get some research going. And things will be in a much better place. Because we don't have batteries, of course, mind you. It would be nice, but there are no batteries. Hence the whole wind thing that we've got going on. And let's go ahead and let's set this at a good temperature. There, 24. Good enough. Alright, we've got some more steel. Let's go ahead and let's get our research going. Steel research bench, fine. There should be enough room in here for everything, kind of, sort of. Put that there. And let's build a copy of this here. Then we'll learn how to make batteries. I can't believe, like, what a weird resource setup we have here. A colossal aero fleet. Okay, well, I'm going to ignore it. Colonist idle. Well, good news, not for long. Okay, so, ooh, wow, look at all this fun stuff. So this is prosthetics. We'll come to that, you know, as things show up. Androids. This is going to be fun. We have to learn how to make robots. First, we need microelectronics, so we're not even going to worry about that. Kind of the same for drilling for oil. Like, we could make some of this stuff, but it's... We need other, more basic things first. Like, for example, batteries. Let's learn how to make batteries. Followed by solar panels. These are both very important. And let's set up some bills here. So we want to cook 4 simple meals if possible. Let's keep, what, 20 around? Isn't that positive? Start over again at 5. We'll just drop it on the floor. That should be fine. Yes, because someone's set to cook, right? Yeah, and there's only one person set to cook, so okay. Need batteries. I don't even know how to make batteries. I'm working on it. Working on it as fast as I can. Passion for your work. Yes. Be passionate. Hi, Aerofleets. Will you go attack those wasps for us? Because that's really unpleasant. Look, did they kill something else over here? Oh no, the cougar and the crystalmite killed each other. That's interesting. Look at all this stuff. I wish I could go get it, but I can't, because if I try, well, I'll die. Okay, and how are we doing in terms of stone? It's getting done very slowly. Where are you, buddy? You're over here. Okay. That's a fine place for you to be. Let's go ahead and let's close these walls up then. We're almost ready to call it a day, but first we got to get some more stuff up. Going for a walk. Right into the mud. Oh, this isn't claim, that's why it's not repaired. Oh, jeez. Alright, our stove is already broken, so that's a good sign. That basically means that everything is going exactly as according to plan. We're just about out of food, but we've got a whole bunch of animals right here. And by animals, I mean dromedaries. We're actually going to set up... I don't feel like building a second room at the moment to keep blood out from going all over the place. So we're just going to use a butchering spot outdoors. And I'll set that up. Yeah, bad temperature, blah, blah, blah. Butcher creature, do forever. Actually, yeah, take the best stockpile. And then keep it within a reasonable limit. So it's stuff that's in our fridge. Okay, there we go. So, okay, let's go ahead and let's take a break here. I think things are off to a pretty good start. We're barely even dead so far. So, before we close the window, a couple quick things. First of all, if Rimworld looks like fun to you, you should go and buy it. It's important to support the people who make the games that we love so that they can continue to make them. You should also check out the soundtrack. Alistair Reynolds writes some pretty great stuff. Next, for some reason, I've been giving out a free copy of the game at the beginning of each series, so just leave a comment here. It can say, I don't know, whatever, and I'll random that off and give it away at the start of episode 3. Last, I suppose I should say the usual YouTuber stuff. Feel free to like and subscribe. I do have a Patreon if you're into that, and I even have some really weird merch available. But in any case, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.